One of the biggest problems in our world today is air pollution, and particulate matter is a very important factor in this.
Particulate matter is the most harmful form of air pollution because of its ability to penetrate deep into the lungs and bloodstream unfiltered and cause human health problems such as respiratory disease, heart issues, and even premature death.
And on top of the health problems, it also causes haze, and it's bad for the environment in general.
Particulate matter can also be very disruptive to the environment because it can cause acidification in rivers or deplete soil of its nutrients. On an even larger scale, scientists believe that particulate matter can contribute largely to global warming issues.
Particulate matter is composed of small particles in the air that are hazardous for us. Some examples are soot and pollen.
Particulate matter is both a primary and secondary form of air pollution because it is produced in the atmosphere both directly through chemical reactions or it is emitted through cars or factories. We first recognized it as an issue when we realized how much particulate matter was being emitted through car exhaust.
Our experiment would basically be using 5 different pairs of cars to test our hypothesis.
We would take one car from each pair and put an air filter inside the exhaust pipe, and then the other 5 would have no filter, so they would be the control. Next, after we have all the cars, we would cover all of their tailpipes with a white cloth.
We would rev the engine 5 times and then keep the engine running for 10 minutes.
After revving the engine and waiting, we would take off the t-shirt and then we would compare between the cars with and without the filter and see if this would be a viable option to lower the amount of particulate matter entering the atmosphere.
It will look something like this.
Our hypothesis is that the 5 cars with the air filter will release 50% less of particulate matter than 5 cars without the air filter.
Our independent variable would be the presence of air filters in the car, and our dependent variable would be the amount of particulate matter released.
Our success would be that less than 50% of particulate matter would be released by the air filters, which would mean our hypothesis is correct. Our failure would be if more than 50% of particulate matter would be released by the controlled cars.
We believe our idea is viable because air filters are not very expensive, at least the ones that you put in your house. They're only around $8. So if we think about it, in cars, they shouldn't be too much more expensive. Obviously, the installation price will go up a little bit. In the next 10 years, we hope that 75% of Americans will have air filters installed in their tailpipes, and it will become a normal thing. To get to this stage, we need everyone to be involved. We need the government funding, and then the public needs to replace the filters and be okay with putting in that extra money just to save the environment.
To make it easier on the customers, the car companies should also already install the air filters into the car. Whenever they need to be replaced, on the dashboard it should show up an alert when to do it.
That is our plan on how we can help to save the environment. It may seem small, but it would make a genuinely big impact, and it could really help save the environment and help with our global warming crisis. It wouldn't be too expensive, and we think it would be a viable experiment.